Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears as they take on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky. Now Trubisky on first down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
First down, a run with Cohen. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it.
Defensively, let's go ahead and meet the starting 11 for Minnesota. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row.
Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
Over 1,000 yards receiving for the first time in his career in 2018 was wide receiver Stephon Diggs, and in addition, over 100 catches for the first time as well. Acrobatic, great vertical ability, breaks tackles after the catch. He continues to get better and better as an outside receiver for Minnesota.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team.
Nothing on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Fuck off. Tossports.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Up tight, he was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates as the Bears push further out in front. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
What's a wanker?
Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Fucking no.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not near.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Cousins now. And that is going to be incomplete.
The exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on the football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense.
First and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score.
And that one makes it 14-7. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Robinson with a big catch.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he'll complete this with Patterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. Open man, David Morgan, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bears, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly